When investigating opinion statements, it's important for students to consider their own stance as well as their peers. Through conversation, students can discuss if and why, or why not, they agree with a particular statement. Agreement circles allow students to access their existing knowledge and justify their thinking regarding their levels of agreement or disagreement.
I like to see where my students stand on particular opinion statements. For instance, when teaching a Shakespeare tragedy, I'll pull statements from an anticipation guide and ask students whether they agree or disagree and why. To make this activity more interactive, I use the agreement circle strategy. I ask my students to form a large circle. Then I read a statement and give students approximately 10 seconds of think time. After 10 seconds, I ask students to move to the center of the circle if they agree with the statement, or stay on the outside if they disagree. Depending on the responses, the proportion of agree to disagree will vary, but I match students up with a mix of their peers and give them a few minutes to defend their ideas in these small groups. I'll call time, read the statement or question again, and have students reposition themselves according to whether their ideas have changed or stayed the same. Just like earlier, students who now agree move to the inside of the circle, and students who disagree stay on the outside of the circle. My students often find that their opinions change as a result of conversing with their classmates. This is an interesting way for students to consider themes from works of literature prior to reading. We will then revisit these statements during our reading.
Agreement circles work well in the English language arts classroom, but can also be implemented in math, science, and social studies. Comment on this video to share the ways you could use agreement circles in your classroom.